Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic. Test free agency, but it don't matter. Morrow pulling up. Okay. Oh my God. Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie, I put myself through a range of emotions just now. I was looking at sort of contract extensions. We're coming up on the All-Star break. I noticed that Kevin Porter Jr. says he's testing free agency and he's 1 year left in his deal. So I panicked. Also, Jason Tate is testing free agency or wants to test free agency, and that's scary, but not as scary as Kevin Porter Jr. leaving. So I go to propose a trade, and I'm like, bro, we got to find something of equal value for Kevin Porter Jr. But I noticed, go over here, he's an RFA, which is restricted free agent. So yes, he goes in a free agency, but someone's going to ultimately try to match him, and then we just basically go and say, yup, we'll pay that much, we'll keep him. And basically the same thing for Jason Tate. He's on a 1 year deal, restricted free agent, so we'll have an opportunity to match whatever some team throws out there for him. But of the guys that are basically sitting here with the contract situation, I noticed that Jordan Poole is a guy that I definitely want to make sure we re-sign. He has been huge. He's been putting up big numbers off the bench, and at some point, I mean, the dude might be a starter. So we're gonna give him a 3 year, $12.9 million deal. I feel like this is pretty fair considering he was just making a little under 4. We'll see if he ultimately wants to take it, and he got it. And even from a salary cap breakdown, we've got about 41 million left. So look, I'm not nervous at all about any of our contract situations, at least right now. We're picking up here early in the first quarter. We got Charlotte playing at Charlotte, and it's going to be a tough one. We've got Herder in the lineup as small forward today. Again, we're testing him out in a couple different spots to see what he can do. Defensively, the dude's a liability, but he is the single best shooter we have in this team, so we got to make sure we use him out there. Speaking of Herder, we got him out here in the corner, a little pump fake. Kevin Porter Jr. coming back up top. I like what I'm seeing from him so far this season, but he's going to clank that one. Rozier's going to pull up a 3, and okay, Charlotte came to play. You're probably noticing that they're obviously doing pretty well right now. They've been kind of dominating, and we're struggling. We'll hit our shots, I believe, at some point, but it's just going to be a little bit. And a screen coming here. Cole Anthony trying to get to the hoop, and he gets immediately blocked. Cole Anthony pushing it up. He's going to try to get all the way to the bucket. Look out below. Now, assuming we both stay in the same trajectory we are, these are two teams that are ultimately going to meet in the postseason because we're both honestly doing really well right now. Jordan Poole, who's just off that $41 million contract we just signed him to. Again, I fully expect him be a starter at some point, whether it's this season or next season. I think he's going to be there. And that's not saying that Cole Anthony doesn't have a spot here. It's just maybe Jordan Poole gets more playing time or supersedes him or what it ultimately may be. I don't know. We have a good problem right now with two really good young point guards, and maybe they're both here. Maybe one gets traded. We don't know. But again, we need draft picks coming up for this upcoming draft. We'll put in the tempo up again. The man can get to the bucket. I'm all for it. Morrow up top. He can hit a 3 here and there. It's just not going to be that one. We got Kuzma on the wing. Kuzma's been known to hit a bunch of them, and you can't buy one. There's a lid on the rim. Oh, no. He left him open for a 3. That's Banchero. Byron Banchero, the Giannis Antetokounmpo looking clone, just clanks one, and thank God. The man shoots like Giannis as of, I guess, a season or 2 ago. Giannis is actually hitting a couple of 3s now, IRL. A little pick and roll to the bucket. Zach Collins, who's not happy, has been requesting a trade. We're not going to honor that because I want to keep him right now. And Chero again dribbling up top. Again, this is a long dude that can score from everywhere across the floor. He's just not a great 3-point shooter and probably shoots too many of those for his team's liking. Jordan Poole gets it out in the corner. We got Collins back up top, back up here to Poole. Poole looking again for a good screen. Fakes on that when he's got maybe a shot to get to the bucket, but he's not going to get there quite all the way. Kuzma and Collins running a little pick and pop. That's not going to go anywhere. Kuzma gets blocked, and the dunk was nice. It just ultimately won't count.
Thank you.
Oh, Zach Collins stealing that one off the rip. He's got Ngombo going down the court, one of the strongest players on our team, and he's ultimately got to switch things up a little bit. Let's reset this. Out of the corner, Cole Anthony looking for anything right now. Cole's going to hit this guy Ngombo, who goes up and gets blocked by LaMelo. Don't love that. Ngombo trying to show off the strength down low. Nice little drop step, throws it up, but again, we are struggling to put the ball in the bucket at the moment. LaMelo pulled up a fadeaway 3, and you already knew that was going in. Melo's having a great game so far. So is Cole Anthony, though. He's got 11 of his own at the moment. Swinging out here to the corner, Kevin Porter Jr. Again, will likely test free agency, but it don't matter. Right now, he's in Louisville. Cole Anthony, again, always push the tempo is one thing I love about his game. Kevin Porter Jr. with Rozier on him. Blows right by him, and he gets that one in for his 13th point of the afternoon. It's like we kind of imagine we got a super close game right now. Poole, great moves to get to the bucket. We like him getting the free throw line a lot. Şengün, who hasn't been super dominant recently, is getting blocked. Oh no, we're leaving shooters in the corner. We cannot do that. Look, if there's one team we don't want to leave guys open, it's Charlotte. Porter Jr. Rozier on him again. I like that matchup all day for him. It's a little low on stamina though, so we gotta chill somewhat. Oh yeah, Şengün with Rozier on him. I'll take that as barbecue chicken all day. Şengün's not having a bad game. 6.7 rebounds. This is a super talented big man who we luckily got on our squad, and I cannot wait to see how he develops. High ball game at 49. Şengün again, ready to get things going. Should be cash money, and it is. Battle's continuing right now. Galloway's working his way down. Gordon Hayward, not known for great defense. He's not going to exhibit any there. This game's been neck and neck the entire way. We got a 56-56 ball game. Our squad's doing their best to stay out in these shooters. I think it's the biggest thing that's really kept Charlotte right there with us, is the ability for us to not really cover their shooters. And as I say that, left another one open. Our guys will figure it out at some point. I just don't know exactly when that's going to be, and I don't know when our guys are going to make that. Look, we're paying you too much now, Jordan Poole. I know it's the first day of your new contract, but you got to hit those shots. You get to the bucket, you either get fouled or you make that shot. It's one thing or the other. EJ Washington pulling up, and he hits that one for both him and Brittany Renner. 5-point game. It was obviously tied, and then, well, here we are. Omaro pulling up. Okay, I see you with the three. Omaro's one of those guys that just like, he just finds minutes nonstop. You get a guy that's super tall like that, can shoot a little bit, can defend, can run the point. You're gonna find minutes for him every single night on the floor. I promise you that. Nice doing what he can up top. Omaro again, staying with him for the most part. Then we parted like the Red Sea as he hits a nasty Trae Young style floater on us. Pools, I'm trying to throw one up here. A little bit of a prayer, takes one dribble, tosses it up, and that's off the back of the rim. Down 4, going into halftime. Again, defensively, not ideal. Offensively, I'm not super mad. It's just defensively, we were a mess. In the third quarter, the squad's come out hot, and honestly, it's a lot of it's because of Kevin Porter Jr., who's been on a tear. Gets Terry Rozier leaning. It's a $20 move and a 10-cent finish. Beginning of Rozier, he's trying to get to the bucket. Zach Collins gets in his face. He's going to make it miss. Carey's going to make, the rebound. That gets passed out. Herder's going to pick that one up. And we got Cole Anthony pushing the tempo yet again with LaMelo. He's going to beat him to the bucket. Should be an easy finish, and he gets the hoop and the harm. 15 with a chance to make it 16. Cole Anthony's like, look, I see that contract that he got. That's all he's going to say. He sees it. That's all he's saying. Oh, okay. Maybe he didn't make the free throw, but he absolutely got the ball back for us there, which is equally as good. Ooh, Banchero's on Kevin Porter Jr., which means he's probably not getting much unless we get a switch. Or we just let him blow right by. So we'll take that too. 24 all the night for Porter. Despite a few easy points we've given up, man, we've come out so much better at the start of this half. Love what I'm seeing right now from the squad. Cole Anthony taking his time. He got the screen. I'm gonna honestly take Cole Anthony going to the bucket the entire way. I mean, look, I'm expecting a foul, but we're not at home, so you can't really get that too much. Banchero brings it up, throws it down low. Rozier gets an easy bucket on Porter, who's been great offensively, but defensively, that man's falling asleep. Porter taking his time. We'll take the foul. Porter Jr. rapping on this one. So with the step back, pulls up, contested, but again, we have no one down the rebound. And when Ngabo is not underneath the hoop, it's just going to end up being pretty much not a rebound for us if we don't have Sengun in the game. And there's Banchero. The dude is a monster. Oh, look at this. Great in and out. Porter's wide open, and he hits that one. 27 for him. He might go for a career high tonight. Oh my God, what a dime and what a finish by Simons. We're trying to pull away, but man, this Hornets team, they're right on it. Porter Jr. got him leaning. Takes this one out, and no, they said he was out of bounds. Are you kidding me? That was gonna be a 3. Fourth quarter's here. Defense has been absolutely optional right now. Şengün back in. Love seeing this. The big fella sees the vision. The red mom out in the corner. You already know what time it is. Cole Anthony still having a great game. Jordan Poole again, a little bit more quiet this afternoon. Maybe he's not as hungry. Maybe it's just a bad game for him. We'll see, but I still love the makeup of this team. I think we have the guys we need. It's just making sure they're playing the right minutes. 3-point game for Cole and company. Ooh, not where we wanted to go with that one. Back to Cole here. Again, they're going to foul this dude. He's going to make him 90% of the time at the line. That's 4 on PJ Washington. First one here for Cole. Cash money gives him 18 tonight, 3 for 6 from 3. You got to love how he's playing these last couple of games. The man's been electric. A lot of our guys are getting gassed now. It's the end of the game. It's about who wants him more. LaMelo's with the ball over here in the wing. Little screen there from Oubre. Kuzma switches over on him. That's actually not a bad matchup for us. The way Kuzma can guard him is going to be perfectly fine. Kevin Porter Jr. again out on the perimeter. He drills that one too. 33 on the night for Porter Jr. Hit 5 more threes in the Hornets, which is not a stat I expected to see coming in this game. Right now we got a 6-point lead. A couple of weird matchups. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't really love a lot of what I'm seeing right now, but look at Şengün come out there and play great defense on the perimeter. For a big man, he's been shown that he's mobile. Weaver's gonna try to drive in. Şengün picks him up super well. He's up a fadeaway, no shot. Gordon Hayward hits that anytime soon. Cole gets that screen. It's a high one. Hayward switches over to him. We get it back here to Porter Jr., who's got him jumping. We're gonna settle for the mid-range two. Now one's in. This man cannot miss tonight with 35. Cole Anthony's got 19, 6, and 9. Man, this dude fills up the stat sheet. And if I was the Hornets, I would call a timeout too. They're in big trouble. A minute and a half to go. We talked a little bit too much trash. The Hornets have tied the game up right now. We are needing a little bit of defense here. What a dime by LaMelo, but Vernon Carey Jr. is going to miss that one, making his pops not too happy. Bulls in the game. Kevin Porter Jr. has been absolutely on fire. We obviously want to get him going. Oh, he just blew by that man in the bucket. They're not going to stop him. He might go for 40 if he gets the ball one more time. Clock's ticking now. 2-point game. Under a minute left. It's like a lot of screens going to be happening. Şengün sticks with LaMelo, which is not easy to do. He's got 18 and 17 tonight. The big fella came to play. Jordan Poole with only 11. Doing what he can. Who else are we going to but the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Porter. I mean, the dude has been too good not to give the ball, so he pulls up for the midi there, and now it drops for 39. Can't miss. 4-point game. LaMelo just crossed Jordan Poole out of his shoes right now. Put that man in some Pumas immediately. This was up top. Porter Jr. closes out. That one's going to be off the rim. Herder's going to get it, kicks it over here to Poole, and they're going to call a foul on Rozier, his fourth. The hottest hand we've had tonight has been Porter Jr., so they're going to foul somebody. It's going to be him. We're putting that dude on the line so he can get his 40 burger tonight. That's also a big foul on Terry Rozier, his fifth on the night. One more, and he's about of the game. First one, cash money that gives Porter Jr. a career high here in Louisville with 40. He's going to try to go for 41 here. The man has been unbelievable. This is the dude we're going to try. I don't care who they offer or what they offer or whatever they're trying to give this man for a contract. We're matching it and we're keeping him here in Louisville. Charlotte has to hit a three, and they got to do it honestly pretty quick. They're going to the corner. Great defense, and Emma gets batted away. They end up going to Simon. Simons kicks it out here to Carey. They're shooting. I mean, they're passing the ball like nonstop. Rozier throws up a contested three that's not going to go. And Gambo's going to pick it up. He only has 2 points tonight. He's been playing so good on D. And they're putting in the line to ice this one. So after that foul, and Gambo, who's again one of the better bigs that shoots free throws, is going to drill his 3rd point of the night. He's going for 4. And what I love about him, man, is he doesn't need the ball a ton. When you give him the ball, sure, he'll make things happen. He'll play great defense regardless, and he'll get those rebounds when he needs to. But shout out to him and Şengün, who've been controlling the paint the entire night. And because of them, we're going to walk in here with a massive W. 122 to 114. In Charlotte, a team that's ranked higher than us right now in the Eastern Conference. This Louisville team is going to be dangerous. And if Kevin Porter Jr. is playing like that, not a lot of teams in the NBA can beat us. Recapping the stats for them, you see LaMelo go for 24, 5, and 3. Simons had 20 with a nasty alley-oop finish that he had from LaMelo as well. PJ had 17, Rozier had 13, Hayward had 11, Banchero had 9 and 10. A pretty quiet night for him, but we did enough on defense to stop them late in the game. On our side, though, the guy that we had to talk about was Kevin Porter Jr. I mean, the best game he's played here in Louisville. This man was on fire from mid-range, from long range, getting into the bucket and finishing, playing good defense. I'm blown away by how he played tonight, and we are signing this dude to a long-term contract in the offseason. Cole Anthony goes 19, 6, and 9, nearly getting a double-double. Şengün, though, had a monster game, 18 and 17. Only shot 6 for 14, wasn't getting a lot of those finishes we probably wanted him to have, but when you get 17 boards and 18 points, I'm not mad at you, young fella. Now, a quick little heads up, the All-Star draft has went ahead and taken place. You had James Harden as the captain. You had Luka Doncic as the captain. You see Steph Curry, Giannis, and Kevin Durant, and Zion on the starter team for Luka, with Damian Lillard, Joel Embiid, Bradley Beal, Julius Randle, LaMelo Ball, who we just played against, Bam Adebayo, and Jaren Jackson Jr. on Team Luka. On Team James Harden, you see Harden, LeBron, Nikola Jokic, Jason Tatum, Trae Young, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, Karl Anthony Towns, Ja Morant, Lonzo Ball, and Brandon Ingram. Am I upset we didn't have any All-Stars? Yeah, but none of our guys really stood out enough to probably get that notice. Picking up here in the first quarter, we got another game against Sacramento. Sacramento has been a very good team over in the Western Conference this season. They're young, but again, this team is super talented. We're gonna test what we got against them. Herder, see if he can find a screen here. He's gonna go all the way to the bucket though, because Harrison Barnes can't cover him. Cole Anthony and De'Aaron Fox is gonna be a really fun matchup tonight. I don't know if Cole really has the speed to keep up with De'Aaron Fox, let alone does anybody have the speed to keep up with De'Aaron Fox, but it'll be fun to watch nonetheless. Harrison Barnes throwing up, I mean, a really weird throw. Bagley obviously has the mismatch there, but he can't even score on Kevin Herder down there on defense. Herder gets the ball up to Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony's trying to go baseline. Doesn't like what he sees. Swinging this one back around. We got our guy Porter Jr., who again had a fantastic finish in the previous game with 40 points on the night. Nope. gonna switch that one up. Yeah, we're doing too much. Despite their best effort right now, Sacramento is not trending positively, if you ask me. Jordan Poole, ooh, with the move and the finish. You'd love to see that. A little earlier in the game, we were shooting kind of a crazy high percentage. That's obviously calmed down a little bit. We were like at 72, 73%. And that was the part of the reason why we had a double-digit lead there. But now that things have sort of equalized, we got a 1-point ball game. Rd comes up here, picks that one. Cole Anthony, though. Ooh, a little early on that. Actually, pretty early on that. It's no dice. Anthony's got 7. We're kicking out here to Porter. Porter's been known to have some tough finishes. That one's not going to go in, but again, getting him to the free throw line is a key, and that's Halliburton's first foul. Porter again coming off a crazy finish earlier in the week, had 41 points to lead us to a heck of a victory. See what we can do. We're only averaging 18 in the season, but I think by the end of it, if we keep him as that #1 option, it'll be closer to 22, 25. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Again, some offensive struggles, but overall, I think we're going to be fine here. I like the screen. Didn't work out the way we wanted it to, probably. Get this one back here. Gombo can set a great screen. The big man can finish underneath the hoop. He's got 11, way better offensively than what he was last game. Anthony, one thing I love about him, man, is he just pushes the tempo nonstop. This dude will try to get to the bucket, will try to find guys open if he can. And sometimes it's not going to work out the way we want to, but at least it's the effort. We're moving into the third quarter. We had a pretty close game in the first half, but again, Sacramento is staying around and they're putting a lot of pressure on us. Well, we got Kuzma out here in the edge. Kuzma, ooh, we probably should have shot that one. We'll take it. A bit of turnover, but at least we still have the rock. I don't like how this offensive setup we have right now. This isn't, we don't have guys where we need them to be. Swinging it out here to Porter. Porter trying to get an actual screen. Dumps it off to Kuzma. That might have been the most passes to end up in a shot clock violation that I've ever seen in my entire life. Porter trying to make things work here. Turns around. We just have a bad pass there that ends up being an easy pick for the Sacramento Kings. Shot clock winding down. De'Aaron Fox has on the perimeter. He's not going the way of his screens. It's going to be on Kem Birch. And if Dolan and Callaway blocks that one all the way off Marvin Bagley's face. A lot of subs in the game right now, but look, I'm still happy with how these guys are playing. Look at Jordan Poole slip to the bucket and nearly get the foul, or excuse me, get the hoop and the foul, but still only 2 points tonight. We need him to be more involved in the offense for this second unit so we can pull away. Foul on Mitchell there. Again, Jordan Poole has been really good in this road stretch as well. Gets his 3rd point of the night. I imagine he'll get more looks, especially now because we need this dude involved. He goes 2 for 2. We've done our best to stop the offensive drought we've sort of had, but Sacramento's just finding a way to keep putting that pressure on us. Sit out with Gombo, goes back here to Cole. We're just looking for some sort of screen here. Oh my God, and Gombo, what a catch and what a finish. He's at 18 tonight. He's been one of the consistent offensive guys we've had. Trying to get Kevin Porter Jr. involved a little bit more. Going back up top. Run the offense, we'll be fine. And Goon comes up top, gets it back out here to Cole. Cole needs that screen. I mean, this man is struggling to really get anything. We're gonna throw to Gombo, and hot hand doesn't be hot anymore. Cole Anthony has just not gotten any buckets recently offensively from the point guard spot. De'Aaron Fox has locked him up. Back here to Porter. We're a little late getting him the rock there. Would have been nice. We could have got it on time. The man definitely could have done something with it. Porter's gonna throw one up. I'm pretty sure I heard somebody get fouled, but apparently the refs didn't hear that one. Oh my God, we gotta call a timeout. We're in shambles right now. We're literally getting the doors blown off of us, and we should be in this game. We're just making dumb mistakes time after time. Oddly enough, we've had 4 days off, and I feel like that extra rest really got the best of us right now. Oh, we got Porter underneath. We're, again, late on throwing all those passes, and that's what's killing us. We just can't be timely with anything. In the previous game where Porter Jr. was going off, everybody was on time. We were throwing dots left and right, but this game, it looks like we've never played with one another because right now we're getting blown out. Porter Jr. with 8. If he wants to be a superstar, he's got to do better than this. Nice move, little double hezzy, and he goes to the hoop, and the harm will take it. Finally, this man gets in double digits. Trying to get the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. There we go. Now give me about 20 more. De'Aaron Fox trying to get to the bucket. Done a pretty good job of containing him. He only has about 20 tonight, which, considering how much he's trying to get to the bucket, that's way better. Great defense there by Şengün, forces up an awkward shot. Kevin Porter's out here on the perimeter. We need this to go in, and it does. Porter's starting to heat up, and that's a big problem for Sacramento. 2.5 minutes left. The pick and roll game starting to be really big, right? Where's supposed to be guarding that man? What the heck is happening? Oh, Anthony and Kevin Porter heating up is great, but if our defense is like that, I mean, it don't matter what we got out there. We're just gonna try to get one up as well. He's a little off on that, and that one's not gonna go in. 2 minutes left. We'll be fine here. We'll get the big fella involved. No shot. They didn't call a foul on that. Are you kidding me? Kings are up 5. It's a minute and a half left. We don't have to get in chucking mode. We don't need a bunch of threes right now, but good God, if Kevin Huerter doesn't learn to play defense, we're getting rid of this man in the offseason. Halliburton throws up an alley-oop, and Ngombo says not today. Gets another block, back-to-back blocks for Ngombo. Dude's different. And speaking of different, Kevin Porter Jr. is going to hit the 3. That's going to cut the lead to 2. Let's go. 1:15 left in this game. It's coming down to the final couple possessions here. We just got to lock up on defense, which we have honestly not done a great deal of it so far. Halliburton out here to Bagley. We're seeing screens set by players that don't normally set screens. This one goes out here to Halliburton. Kevin Porter Jr. was slacking off a little bit. This is the contested shot going up, and no shot. Halliburton hit that. We're still fine. A 2-pointer cuts it to 2. Our big issues are we just got to play defense right now. Porter's trying to test that magic again. Shoots a 3 that's a little contested, and that one's not going to go. We're going to immediately go for the foul on the big fella here. Sengun picks up 4 fouls. Oh, we almost had that one. We're going to see what we can do here. There's 41 seconds left. If we can get them to not score, if they miss a shot here, we're okay. What the heck was De'Aaron Fox doing? Contested 2, no shot. That one goes in, and Ngombo has the rebound, which he's gotten a ton of already today. We're trying to get a play going here. In Kevin Porter Jr.'s hands. This man is gassed right now. We need a screen ASAP. Oh my God, we are in shambles. Ngombo throws up a prayer. We have no one in there to rebound it, and we're gonna walk out here with an L. We were trying to get Kevin Porter Jr. to have something. The man had no stamina. No one was setting a screen for him. Guys were standing around, and that is just bad basketball after such a great comeback to try to give ourselves an opportunity to win. Let's see what De'Aaron Fox is gonna do here. I'm imagining he's gonna drill both. First one is good, making it a 5-point game with 6.9 seconds left. Second one here, an opportunity for him to shine. He drills that one as well. We desperately need some points. A 3 here would be huge. Throwing one up with Poole. That one's not going to go in, and officially we're going to catch it out. It's a tough game that I don't think we should have lost, but I think part of the problem is we didn't really get some of our shooters going early. Cole Anthony went sort of dormant in the second and third quarters. He came on hot in the fourth, so did Kevin Porter Jr., but the guys start standing around, tend to catch an L. Recapping the stats, De'Aaron Fox ended up with 24, 3, and 11. He was an assist machine, and we really had a tough time stopping him once he got to the bucket, which was more often than not. Halliburton hit some clutch shots down the stretch with 19, 5, and 6. Bagley at 18 and 5, including a couple of shots blocked right in his face. Terrence Davis at 18 and 5. Massenberg comes in with 12 and 9. The Kings got a lot of help from a lot of different people. On our side, Cole Anthony, I think, played a really good game. 24, 2, and 6 on 9 for 15 shooting with only 2 turnovers is a W. And Ngombo, 18, 5, and 2 with 3 big blocks, including 2 on back-to-back shot attempts, which is great. Kuzma had 18 and 5 off the bench. Porter Jr. didn't play terrible, but 17 and 4. I would have loved a little bit more from him. Morrow hit 12. Kevin Huerter didn't really give us a ton with 10, 4, and 4, but he was good outside of his shooting. Poole had 6 off the bench, which is not acceptable. Sengun only had 4 points tonight on 11 rebounds. I'm okay with the rebounds, but he missed a lot of bunnies at the bucket. He didn't really get to the free throw line a lot tonight. That's always going to hurt us. Even in a loss like this, there's still a lot of positive stuff that we can take away from it. We found some guys that are shooting. We've got a couple of plays that are working for us. It's just putting it all together. And look, we're getting ready to hit the All-Star break. A lot of our guys are going to get a recharge and just get rejuvenated and be ready to go, because they know if we want to do what we want to do, which is get in the postseason and knock a couple of teams out and see what happens, can't play like this. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.